because I'm not talking about this on a live stream, and you're going to have to accept it or not, and that's going to be it, because I don't want this to go round and round. I will do it as a separate video. Don't destroy my live stream for this nonsense. You know, and I really want to say it's complete bullshit that I'm the only one that actually reflects on my actions and says we all made mistakes. If you notice, my statement said we all made mistakes, but everyone wants just me to admit it, and that's fucking bullshit. So stop your nonsense. You've had a long history, and I'm not just talking about the past of bullshit. You're focused on ethics in geek culture and rumors, but not ethics within your own friends in what you see what's going on in DM groups and stuff. So I want to be a lot more ethical across the board. So stop the nonsense. Okay? All right.
Check out his show to where he can make more money off your fucking pain.
Yeah.
Some friend. I wish I had friends like that.
Who would I want to?
So I would like people.
I would like the Mandalorian.
I'd like to see that actually.
Be pretty legit.
Yes.
No.
Dr. Bones.
Hey everyone. Hey everyone. How are we doing? How are we doing? Oh my god. Here we go. All right. Here we go again. Back at it again. Da, 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 da. Da. All right. So, I'm going live because some things happened. And this is meant to be my final word on the situation. After this, I am no longer talking about certain people or certain things. But to give some context, we're going to play a bit of a stream that happened last night. Because Matt, my good friend Matt Jarbo, went into that chat, kind of made me aware of things that are being discussed there. So I was kind of noticing some things as well. I decided to confront Max directly on a couple things. And you're about to see how that went down. So we're going to play a little bit more of this, and then I will speak again. So let's go back to it, okay? Shall we?
Cisco. He is one with the prophet.
We're
They're going to put that kind of
prize. I really like
with Star Trek after.
Voltaire, the political. What you want? RJ, I love you, man. You know, can everyone else leave except me? Brian, if you want to stay, you can. I apologize. Let's just calm this down, because obviously,
please.
I'm not even gonna do scripted. I'm just gonna be off the cuff from my heart.
I'm gonna leave. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Please end it. Okay. For the love of God.
No. Okay. I'm gonna talk. This is what you want. I'm gonna talk to you like a man. Okay. I love you. I'm not apologizing to you. The reason is, in the past, people have been saying, Max, before you make a video, you need to reach out to the people beforehand. And when you think you're talking to your friend, you don't think these things about them. You know me. You should know that's not my intention. And I really don't know what context you said. Because I haven't been watching it. But if you look at what your friends have been doing to me up until that point of that meeting, RJ, where they were going around bad-mouthing me, saying you shouldn't be around, that Max has doxers and racists in his community, which is not true, and saying everyone has to draw a line with me, that is extreme intimidation. And I said to you that if people, I proposed to you what could happen if you give the whole context of everything, because I do take these things seriously. And I said, it makes you look bad too, RJ. And that is why I don't want it public. That is why I don't want to talk about it anymore, because it makes your whole group in that dumpster fire of a Discord look bad. That's why, because I care about your future and what you're doing off of internet, what you're doing off the internet. So I wanted, and on the live stream with Skywalker, I said, and I should have stuck to my guns, that I'm not going to address things unless it's on a live stream. But consistently, everyone was going back into every single channel talking bad about me.
Funny. Funny he says that, right? Funny that he says people are going back to me, going to other channels and talking smack about me. Little does he know, though, that trust me, Max, we are aware you did the exact same thing to other people. So knock it off at that nonsense. Okay. Second thing is you have to love the complete lack of accountability, the complete lack of doing anything or admitting fault in anything. It's all about, well, you guys did this. You guys did this. You guys did that. So whatever, right? Throwing your hands up in the air. I find it very, very pitiful. But let's keep listening in. Let's keep listening in. I'm saving the rest of it for later because I want everyone to see the full thing here. Okay.
So I was extremely intimidated. And then after I said all this, please stop, RJ. Please stop, because I don't want to talk about this anymore. And it makes us all look stupid. It makes you look even worse than me. And basically saying, if you keep talking about it, that I'm going to have to tell the truth. And then you interpret that as something else.
But see, that's not what you actually said, though, Max. What you said was, if your friends keep talking about this, I'm going to have to give the full context. That is word for word exactly what you said. And then when I proceeded, and this is true, we'll talk about this in a moment, I legitimately told him in that call, well, I'm going to use your logic, Max, and I'm going to tell you, just like you have been saying that you can't control what people say on your platform, I can't control what people say on their platforms. That's word for word what I said. Word for word what I said. I legitimately said, you are trying to punish me and hurt me because you want to get at other people. Because let's be real here, folks. He wasn't trying to get to me. He wanted Saki, Jimbo, and Matt Jarbo to stop. That's who he wanted to really stop, not me. Not me. He tried to go at them by going at me. That's what happened. And we'll keep listening, but we'll keep listening. So let's listen just a bit more, okay?
Like I'm asking for money or clout or want to make profits off of this is complete bullshit. And that's why I rage quit the meeting. But the thing that you're not even including, RJ.
No, you rage quit the meeting, Max, because when called out for the fact that you were committing extortion and blackmail, you said, I can't take any more of this. And then you left. And then immediately Matt Jarbo was like, yeah, that seemed like blackmail. To which Brian, Master of None, even said, yeah, that didn't sound too good. I think he needs to calm down. So, again, Max is confronted with the truth of his actions and his intent, and confronted with the fact of what he's actually attempting to do to me, cannot accept it, and then goes, okay. I don't know if I should bring this person on. It might be a bad idea. It might be a horrible idea to bring this person on, because this person is responsible for everything, apparently. They are evil, and they have corrupted me. But we'll bring them on anyway. Hello? Hi! How are you?
You know what I'm going to say, right?
You're going to say either... I can imagine two things. I'm going to go with the option A. You're going to tell me I just need to drop it.
I mean, at this point, yes, RJ, you do need to drop it. It's kind of at this point like
Oh,
there's
no. Yes.
there's nothing that can be done, man. So I mean, talking about it, everybody already knows the story. At this point, you either believe RJ, hashtag believe RJ, or hashtag believe Max. And at the end of the day, people have already made their choice. So I'm trying to understand, like, what is the purpose at this point?
The purpose of this, honestly, I kind of already played the clip. People can watch it. My point mostly was after last night, I basically got confirmation that he is never going to admit what he did. He is never going to apologize to me. He is never going to take accountability for his actions whatsoever. And that is all the information I need to know to make the full decision to completely cut ties, and people can now understand why. And now it's just about moving ahead, being this guy's a piece of shit. I'm never going to be friends with him or talk to him again. He's banned me and Matt from the channel when trying to confront him for what he did. And now I can just move on in stride. That's why this stream was called The Final Word, because basically once I've gotten the confirmation that he will never apologize to me or admit what he did, and he will continue to twist the narrative about what happened.
Oh yeah, no, he's done that. He's doing that. He's doing that with me too. So I mean, like I said, it's at the end of the day, all I can say is, I didn't really do much. I didn't do anything. I expressed my feelings and my concerns about shit that was going on, and that was my biggest crime. And again, I'm an easy target because I am a drama channel, so it's easier to throw
what
me
makes
under the
it
bus.
funny, because I assumed you did not watch it, because I would assume you just want to move on too.
No, I haven't watched any of it.
At one point, he mentions that one of the reasons he tried to blackmail me and do what he did to me was because he said your friends have been going around to other people's channels trying to out me, basically, or whatever it was.
Who did that?
That's my question, because as far as I'm aware, the only person
I never did that.
bad mouthing to other people's channels and going on other people's platforms to talk crap is Max himself.
Yeah, he's actually contacted people in my circle, people that are mutuals. I've gotten that too, and they're not listening to it. So I'll just say this, Max, because I know this is gonna get to you. You're gonna alienate more people. Just let it the fuck go. Because, like, I'm getting messages from people you're contacting that don't want anything to do with this. And you are the one bringing them into it. I haven't contacted a single person about this. People have contacted me. I told them my side of the story, and that's it. That's it.
Yeah. Again, maybe I shouldn't have done this stream, but I feel like I needed an outlet to just say my piece on it. Because after last night, I kind of just went up and confronted him about it. Because Matt, I think, has been, and truth be told, I think Matt has been the most upset lately, because I think he recognizes that what Max did is like severely wrong, borderline close to illegal.
Who?
Oh no, I said Matt is probably the one who's been most upset the last couple of days.
Well, the thing that's crazy is, like, Matt, out of everybody, and I find it funny because, like, does Matt poke bears? Yes, but Matt, when this whole thing blew up, Matt was being very neutral. He was neutral. Yeah. He was extremely neutral with the situation. And then, like, Matt's like me.
Because Max tried to involve Matt to get at me. And then when that happened, and then he literally listened to what Max attempted to do towards me, it is what it is. And again,
well, it's funny because didn't Max say too? And again, I'm trying to end this, but I want these points to be made for those of you who are watching and interested in what the hell's going on. Max had said in his last stream that when he blew up about this, he said that he was no longer contacting people, friends that are involved, or try to get them involved. He was not going to contact people about it, but he's still doing it. Like, I literally had somebody in my chat earlier today when I talked about it a little bit. Because I was basically telling everyone to knock the shit off. Everybody, RJ, Matt, everybody involved to stop bringing it up. And somebody in my chat literally was like, yeah, Max DM'd me too. And this is somebody that he hadn't even talked to in a while because they had a falling out and they kind of distanced themselves from Max. And Max, ever since his blowout, now Max is trying to reach out to people. Which again, that fallout with that person had nothing to do with me either. Nothing to do with me. And that's why I'm like, what? Like, listen, I wanted to make it clear. I have nothing to do with this. I have been trying not to say shit about it. I've been trying to just avoid it. And it's not fair. This whole thing is not fair. And everyone believing that Max is the innocent person, Okay, well, what did Saggy actually do? Nobody can tell me what I did.
Well, H. Sparks is saying I had some people come to me asking who was in the right, and I sent them Matt's video as context. Yeah, and that's the thing. A lot of people are like spreading stories around, trying to do this, and that, and it is what it is. At the end of the day, I mean, again, my whole thing is that Max admitted basically that he will never apologize to me, and that he will never admit what he did. Despite there being multiple witnesses to what he did, even his supposed co-owner and friend admitting it was blackmail, he will never accept that's what he did and will never apologize for it. So that's all I need to know. That's all I need to know, and I can move on and pretend he doesn't exist at this point.
That's what I've been trying to do, and for some reason, my name's still getting fucking dragged in the mud. But thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody. All the people who literally were like cool with me, and I literally dealt with a bunch of shit from a lot of people and defended even Zeno at one point. Like, thanks, guys. Saggy is the worst human being on this platform. Thanks for making me feel that way. But I don't actually feel that way now that I think about it because I didn't do shit. So if y'all want to keep spinning that narrative that Saggy's in the wrong, then I'll be in the wrong. That's fine. Whatever. I don't care anymore. Y'all motherfuckers are crazy.
I mean,
just
that's
saying.
no. I mean, people are crazy. I mean, that's kind of the thing. At the end of the day, it's like I'm not even gonna again. It just is what it is at this point, right? But
it needs to stop. Like we're not doing anything. I mean, we can talk about this until we're blue in the face. It doesn't change anything. It just literally keeps it going, and that's why, like I said, I'll say my piece. I've said my piece. I just want to make it very clear that, like, if you guys really want to know, like, ask me. I'll tell you. It doesn't have to be a show. I will tell you. My DMs are open for a reason. If people actually want to know what the hell happened, and people have been reaching out, and I want to thank everybody who has actually took the time to hear my side of the story and are not just buying into this bull crap, because it is bull crap. But it's at the same time, I've been covering YouTube content creators, calling them out for a long time. Max thought he was the exception. Well, he's not. And I know how this works. You have either listen to the one person or listen to the other person. There's this person's story, and in the middle there's the truth. And that's for you guys, I guess, to decide. Because, I mean, this is all public now instead of being private. So it's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Where's my sriracha?
I don't know.
Whoa, what the hell was that? Whoa. I heard that in the background. I found my sriracha, by the way.
It's probably my dad.
Your dad goes, oh.
Yeah. Is what it is, but there's worse things that you can hear in the background that could happen on a stream.
What the hell?
Huh?
On your end?
No, I said in general, like overall. It's like that's like the least worst thing that you could hear. Yeah, but I didn't watch your stream obviously, so I mean, if there's anything you want to say, please take the opportunity to say it because that's what this is here for. Obviously, I'm kind of mentioning my thing and just
Well, I privated my stream after I said what I said. It was 70 people watching, which is great. And I basically said the same thing. I said, here, it's like, at this point, I kind of told RJ, not to go there and say anything, to just leave it. He didn't listen to me. Again, this is Saggy. Remember, Saggy, the toxic content creator, the toxic Saggy Melon.
No. I
is the awful person. Yeah. The toxic person that's awful, that is negatively impacting and influencing all of you young content creators out there, is telling RJ not to engage and to leave it alone, and he didn't listen. But that's somehow my influence and my fault. And I could prove that I told RJ not to do it because RJ was like, I'm tempted to say something. I said, RJ, don't do it. But again, Saggy's to blame.
No, and I want to stress that too. The choices I've made are on my own accord.
Right. Matt even told RJ stuff. Like, RJ, you guys think that we manipulate and control RJ. We have told RJ many times to not do stuff, and he does it anyway, and then wonders why. So, again, please, anyone who's watching from Max's side and they're defending Max, what did I do exactly? Please inform me what I actually did so I can hold myself accountable for what I did to Mad Max. I'll wait.
Yeah. And again, the only reason I engaged is because I felt wronged and I wanted an apology. I went in there being like, hey, you are talking about this and you're saying all this and that. Why don't you just admit what you did and just apologize so I can move on? And he made a whole diatribe basically explaining he's never going to apologize, and that's it. That's all I need to know. He will never apologize to me. He will never admit what he did. And I'm good now. I can let my hands clean, just move on.
But I told you that was going to happen again.
Well, again, I wanted everyone to hear it, though. That's the thing. That entire public live stream diatribe where he admitted he committed extortion against me, to where he admitted what he did, and he also admitted that he will never apologize like the piece of shit he is. So everyone saw that live as it happened, and that's all I need to do. Because everyone will see Max for who he really is, and they're already seeing it.
So, and I got a message for somebody though. I got a message for somebody because I haven't addressed this. Because I saw Retro Bro on that little Cope stream after the fact. John, listen, honey. Listen. I stood by you when everyone told me not to. I've always given you the benefit of the doubt when people told me not to. And yet the one time you see some drama involving me and you decided to just literally take a stand and choose a side without even talking to me first is why I don't fucks with you no more. And I want you to know that, yeah, is Max a nice guy? Yeah, he can be. But again, there's a reason why, Retro Bro, people have been in and out of that community, in and out of his life for a long time. So again, I'm glad you chose to just assume you knew shit when you didn't. I appreciate that. You are everything people said you were. And I really didn't want to believe it until you did it to me, like you guys always do. You guys always show me your true colors when I'm warned. That's why I associate with people, and I don't just base my thoughts on what people tell me, because I like to find out the hard lessons. And I found out the hard lessons. That's why I'm really not fazed by this, because all of you people I was warned about. So why am I shocked that you guys are doing exactly what people told me you were going to do? I'm not. So good riddance to bad rubbish. I wish you all the best. I really don't, though, because you guys are assholes and you're disingenuous, and I don't fucks with that. So that's all I want to say.
No, and again, you're free to say so, but yeah. Well, I'm not gonna play the whole thing anymore because you're here, and it will just be you'll just get mad.
You can play it. I'm just gonna stay silent and eat my noodles. I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just play a little bit longer so you can hear a little bit more of this. So we kind of, everyone can kind of hear his own words where he says he won't apologize and all this and that.
The thing that you're not even including is before I said what I said, you said something that could be perceived as intimidating. Do you even remember what you said, man? Because you said, after I said how this could reflect bad on you, and that's why I don't want to talk about it, not because I don't want to talk about it because or threaten you. It's because everyone says, Max, reach out to people before you make a video. I'm like, you keep talking bad about me, I'm going to have to tell the truth. So what did I profit? What did I get from consistently bring this up? What did I get? I said that if you keep talking about, I'm going to have to tell the truth with all the context.
And then I repeated to say, and I said this earlier, the only thing I said in response to that, Maxwell, is I said, I will use your logic that you've employed, Max. I will say this. I'm not going to talk about anything. I'm moving on, but I can't control what happens on other people's streams or what other people, my friends, say, which is a fact. That is the truth of the situation. How are you going to say that I'm responsible for what other people choose to say or talk about? It makes no sense. That's not intimidation. That's me basically telling you the facts of the situation, because you knew other people, I can't control what other people say. And to try and get at me to say, well, if you don't make your friends shut up, I have to go with the full context and say all this and that. It's going to make you look like a horrible person. You're the one doing intimidation tactics and this and extortion, dude.
Oh, wait. One thing I will say. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm black, if anyone didn't realize that. And if I'm comfortable with the word nigga, I'm comfortable with the word. I'm black. So I'm sorry that that's so awful for me to use a word that is literally a word that my people use and are free to use. Now, as a other black person, you don't have to use it. Oh, I'm sorry. Does that word upset people? I'm black and I'm from the hood. Sorry. That's how we talk out here. And honestly, I've talked to a lot of people, especially people of color, about this situation. And they said, so what? You told RJ that he could say that word around you. Who cares? Who cares? Guess what? I'm black.
And I've never used
and
that.
he's never
that
said
one
before.
instance.
But guess what? I'm black. I can say it. That doesn't make me a bad person. That makes me a black woman. So I'm sorry that that word makes people feel uncomfortable. But that is a word that we use in our music. That is a word we use on the streets. Sorry. Oh, did I shock you guys by saying nigga? Because guess what? That word isn't against TOS on YouTube either. Because they know that that's a word black people use part of our culture. So I wasn't the one who gave people permission to use it outside of my Discord and outside of my presence. That's not how that works. I said the context, and if you don't like that, tough shit. I'm black. Sorry, just want to say that.
No, you're fine. I just think it's funny that, people love to talk for other people in terms of what they should or should not be okay with. You know, again, I think it's very funny to tell a black woman how to do things, but, that's a whole other conversation. Let's continue.
And you interpret that as what you keep threatening and saying that I'm doing? Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. And then the thing you said before that, when I said, I don't want to hear you keep saying this, RJ, because if you keep spreading this around, I'm going to have to give the context. What was your attitude? And I will say this is subjective. I took your response as snarky, and you said, I'm not going to say anything. But I can't control what my friends do. I can't control what my friends do.
Oh, look, it's a wild Jarbo.
Yeah, I can't stay long. I'm in between orders right now.
Yeah,
but,
no, you're fine. If you want to say so, I'm just playing Max's diatribe rants in the full context. Everyone can hear it. But
sure.
I basically said,
was
just real quick. I basically said that he admitted that he will never apologize to me, and that's all I need to hear. Live in front of everybody, he will never apologize for what he did. I'm good now.
Yeah. Well, it's there's the idea there that he already had to go seek legal counsel, so by apologizing he admits fault. However, he admitted to it here, so he's already confirmed what he was doing. And he's being
hold on. Sorry, Matt, to cut across you. Just because you're black doesn't give you authority to grant the word to be used. I can do whatever I want. I don't care. I'm saying I'm black and I use that word. Here's the thing: the context you're missing, Jermaine, is that his issue. Hold on, Matt. Jordan, hold on. No, let him stay. Here's the thing, troll. A white man also said that he was going to ban me for using that word. That's why I brought it up. And here's the thing. Again, my comfortability as a black person is my comfortability. It's not that I gave the authority. I said you can use that around me. That's different. I'm not half black. I'm Cape Verdean, you dummy. That's black. I'm African. That is my heritage. I'm not half black. That's a racist comment right there. You're assuming because I'm not dark enough, I'm not black? All right, now you can get rid of this fucking loser.
Yeah, no, I was going to get rid of them because they're using my picture as their profile picture to try and make fun of me. So we already know this guy's a troll, so they're banned.
And we know where they came from too. Bye.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead, Matt.
Oh, I was just going to say that what people have to understand about this whole situation too is that Max called me on the phone earlier in the day and was asking me to get RJ on a call, and he wanted me there, but he didn't give me any context as to what exactly he wanted to talk about. So I had no idea what he was going to say going in. I had assumed it was about the Zeno situation. But another thing too is that it wasn't like people talking about Max. It was people talking about Zeno. That's what he was talking about. It's like bringing up the accusations against Zeno, then Max is going to have to provide the context. So he was running defense for a guy he plays Xbox with.
Yeah, the whole point was that, because he claims that, he also claimed that apparently my friends have been running around to other people's channels to tell them to stay away from Max, that Max supports doxing and racism. which
Never happened.
that's never happened. We know Max has been going around talking about us, but and trying to get other people to like drop us and try and get cozy with the people. But I've never told anyone to stop associating with Max.
Yeah, I
Period.
mean, I've lost a couple subs, but that's fine with me. They were idiots anyway. You know, these specific individuals, not everybody, but these specific people. You know, it's just ridiculously stupid because his intent was to get you to shut up. His intent was to get you to stop talking about something you weren't even really talking much about anyway.
No, and remember too, he also said, "Well, it's your friends, so you need to tell your friends to shut up."
Yeah, which that was like,
did he, Matt? Like, you can confirm this. Did he not say, "Well, you need to tell your friends to shut the fuck up"?
yeah, that was the thing. It's like that's why you go, well, I can't control what other people do, and then he tries spinning it, and whatever the hell he was saying last night is going, well, you said that was intimidating to me. Like, what? Like, I have no control. RJ has no control over what I say. Good luck trying to control Saggy on anything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless you've got a
That's why-
bubble tea with you, then you're kind of not going to do
That's
it.
why it's a fool's errand. Like, I'm not going to be able to control Saggy, just like she can't control me. Because she
Yeah.
told me it was a bad idea to keep engaging with it, and I didn't listen because I was upset and I wanted an apology.
Yeah, no, it is that is true. That is very true. I think again, one of the bigger factors we need to remember here is that Max, not only when caught, he'll use his mental health. I don't want to denigrate his mental health where he's at, because like I understand, I've been there, I get it, right? Before my flagging stuff, I was having a lot of mental health problems and whatnot, and it does lead to doing dumb moves, which is why I've been very clear in me saying to everybody, all I want is for Max to acknowledge why people are mad at him and apologize. Like that's all I personally want. That's all I've said. I haven't said don't go watch him. I haven't said anything like that because I understand the mental health aspect of it, you know. And then he does the whole thing like, well, my wife wants to have a kid. Cool. I mean, like, you're 40, dude. Like that's not out of the range that you could do that. You know, and it's like he's like, I got to lose weight. Like not really. You know, if your shit works, it works basically. Because I'm a chunky boy and I got 2 kids, you know. You just I'm not gonna say it. But you know, it's just he's trying to use everything under the sun to try to deflect from why people are from owning up responsibility, and that's the bigger problem.
Well, yeah, because you went in the chat kind of. I don't know. I don't know what you specifically said because I kind of missed it because apparently you have been banned from his channel. So you were just
every time I talked, yes, somebody kept muting me for 5 minutes. Somebody kept muting me to the point of where like people in the chat were like, "Well, let Jarbo talk," and I'm like, I had to DM them directly and be like, I can't. They kept muting me in the chat, and I just kept telling Max, I'm all like, apologize to RJ, you know, or bring me on and let's have this out and whatever. But you know. And he could even do it with Retro Bro there. I don't care. I would just make fun of him over that Hogwarts Legacy tweet. Like, bro.
Or the Last of Us tweet too, but that's a whole.
Well, I mean, you know, yeah, that's and then well, actually he said, by the way, he context added to that. Max kind of mentioned that to him last night, and he goes, "Yeah, I'll continue watching the show though." Like, oh, so you're upset that the show has gay people in it, but you're gonna still keep watching it.
Yeah,
right.
Hold on, I'm gonna send Little Movie Perp a link because he apparently really wants to come on, and that's fine. I don't.
Well, you guys, yeah, and it's not that I don't want to talk to Perp because I like Perp quite a bit. But I have to go to Dairy Queen and pick up somebody's food and then go deliver it.
No, you're fine. You're fine. If you have anything you want to say before you sign off, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah. Nobody wanted this. All we want is accountability over entertainment in the realistic sense of the term. People out there who support A over E and still want to platform Max, well, welcome to Hypocrisyville. Population, you. 4 nerds.
Nice,
God,
nice,
sorry. It's just so dry here in Washington.
Stop.
I don't care.
I'm sorry. I got a little worm in my throat. Dawson's a cuck. Oh my god. Oh god.
Damn, Matt.
Stop. Because listen, I get it. Like I get that frustration, Matt. But like for the record, the four nerds have always talked to everybody, and
Whoa, who mentioned the four nerd? I'm banned on their show. But
you already
whatever.
said that. You said it. Stop playing, you silly.
I was coughing, Saggy. That was a weird inference from that. I am surprised at you making baseless accusations.
Yeah, it's not baseless, sir. Stop it. Listen, they've always been neutral with all this stuff, and they've never picked a side, and they don't. I'm not gonna give them a hard time. Like
no, I'm gonna give Andre all the shit in the world though, because I like Andre, and that's why I'm gonna do it. But anyway,
don't you bully Andre?
I will bully Andre. He was already DMing me. What do you think? I'm gonna bully Andre in DMs. I'm just gonna bully him.
You know what? Cancel Matt Jarbo. Hashtag I stand with Andre.
Ooh, you wanna? Ooh, can't cancel but twice. For when I've done nothing wrong. But look, all things considered, at the end of the day, I want is him to apologize to RJ. That's it. That's all I care about. Because I understand the stress and the pressure that comes from this crap. But whatever happened, it was his own fault. And as a person who has made mistakes that were my own fault, a lot of which was because of just not properly maintaining a good work-life balance and proper mental health, I can understand making mistakes. The thing is, though, if you want to get out of the hole, put down the shovel.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. That's all you got to do. And Max just needs to realize that, he, like I said to him directly, he's acted illegally, and he's acted illegally with people who know his real name, his picture, and his phone number and shit. And I'm like, that is not going to end well for you, because eventually you're going to give that info to the wrong person, and they're not going to care. They're not going to care. They're just going to come out and give all that info out there just to get you to shut up yourself. And it's only going to get worse. That's it. That's just it. So stop. What's up, Perp? I wish I could stay, bro, but I do have to dip.
Okay.
So you good?
He doesn't have the dinosaur, so I assume he's angry.
Oh yeah, we're going at it. No, I'm good.
Yeah.
I wanted to clarify some things.
All right. Well, I'll listen and everything else. But we're gonna apparently do anime tonight on my show.
Yes, that's what I heard. Yes.
Yeah, it's Ryan's birthday, so he sponsored the stream. We're gonna watch a couple hours of some anime he hand selected. So we'll see if the stream gets yeeted.
Good luck.
So, all right, guys. I'll see you all later.
All right, see you, Matt. What was I going to say? Well, if you want to ask something or whatever, you are more than welcome to.
Because I heard earlier, if you want to clarify that you said that Max was coming at you when this blackmail thing happened. When Max had come at you and he wanted you to make your friend stop, correct?
So just to clarify the question, are you asking about the timeline of events and how it occurred, or?
Yeah, well, just the event itself, right? Like the blackmail, the start of it happened when he came up to you and then he said.
So just to reiterate, so I will go through it again. Matt texted me and told me Max called and is asking for me to get you to talk to him on a StreamYard call privately.
Mm-hmm.
And then Matt basically said, I don't know what it's about, but he said that he wants to talk to you, and that's very important. Mm-hmm. And I've tried inquiring about what it is, but he won't tell me. So I said, okay. Then after Last of Us, he kind of just went in the call and said whatever. Max and Brian were both there. Max said, hey, thanks for coming in. I got something to say. And then he kind of went into a diatribe about my career aspirations and my future and all this and that, about how this online stuff doesn't mean anything. It's not important.
Mm-hmm.
Then he said if I remember correctly, because again, it kind of sucks because I'm going off of memory here.
That's the problem with this. Yeah.
Yes. But I remember very instinctively this part where he basically was going off about the Xeno and the accusations about him, saying he basically said, Zeno told me and made me aware of a situation involving you, Saggy, Hans, and Saggy's Discord, and it makes you look horrible, and you're a future teacher, and this and that, and everything else, basically. And he said, if you do not stop accusing Zeno of being a racist, I'm going to have to give the full context.
Yeah. Were you accusing Zeno of being a racist?
I have said that I've called him a racist maybe 2 or 3 times before, but I'm not the main person who was doing that. A lot of it too was the fact that he was the main thing I was upset with and calling Zeno out for was
hold on, you're missing context for him. So when the incident happened with Zeno going into another content creator's Discord and saying the N-word with the hard R, by the way, I actually went in and defended Zeno. I went into that Discord and did defend Zeno. The people who have actively called him a racist were primarily the people who were in that Discord at the time that happened, just to give context.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank
Because
you. Okay,
I
didn't know that's
Discord,
a separate incident. So when people are calling Zeno a racist, it's not because of like
it's because of the actions
he played on you, right?
Yes, it's because of the actions
gotcha.
he did in someone else's Discord, to which Saggy had to come intervene and be like, hey, I don't remember exactly, Saggy, what you said or did in that situation, but it was Bellry's Discord, and he kept using the word in both variations to upset and anger people, and when he was asked to stop, he just kept doing it, which is why Saggy had to get involved and come in, because he was refusing to listen.
Do you memes aside, because we all do memes,
and Eddie here says Zeno has said the word 3 times on the stream as well.
Sure.
So.
Okay. That's context. Great. But so memes aside, do you think Zeno's a racist?
No, he's not a racist. He's not a racist.
I would lean towards no, but I think he is a massive troll. I think that's the one thing I can confirm that he 100% is. He's a troll.
Okay, so it's just a shit. Well, not just.
So, but here's the thing.
Word, but yeah,
RJ has called him a racist before, and that's fine. Like, if that's how people feel, if people felt like he was racist for saying that, that is their right too, because he did say that.
But the main thing I was going.
I've never called him that. I've actually defended him when that situation happened, which he fails to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because I remember there's a lot of people. I even think I was demanding for Zeno to be removed, and Saggy said no, because Saggy knew Zeno a lot better than I did.
Right, and the thing that happened was, the only reason why I intervened is because people were asking me to remove him from my Discord because he said that in somebody else's Discord, and I handled that situation. And again, I defended Zeno. So why Zeno is all of a sudden against Saggy when Saggy was always defending Zeno is rather interesting. But sorry, I just want to make sure that Lil Mo Perp got the most contact with the N-word stuff.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. Okay, awesome.
Sorry, just to retrace my steps what I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
Then I basically said like I kind of, he was just going this whole diatribe, but he seemed Max in that call was actually upset at other people calling Zeno a racist, not myself.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "You need to tell your friends to shut the fuck up."
Yeah.
Word for word, I'm like 90% certain, like 99% certain that's the exact word he used. Then tell your friends to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And I basically told him, because I was upset. And I'll admit, what I said was, Max, I'm going to use your logic and what you said before. I cannot control what other people say or what other people do on their platforms. It's unrealistic to expect me to get everyone under control and ask me to tell everyone to never say that again. Because I told him, I'm not saying that again. I'm dropping this whole thing. I want to move on. That's exactly pretty much what I told him. But he's more upset with the fact that other people were supposedly saying this about Zeno because he was afraid it was making him look bad. So,
Also, again, want to point out that nobody was actually saying that was RJ's friend. And to answer the question, no, Zeno is not my friend. I defended him in the beginning. I'm not his friend anymore.
And when you say you defended him, you mean like you defended him as like the shit poster, right? Like
I defended him by saying
he's just trying to get a rise, or what was like the defense?
I basically explained. So Zeno and I come from a community of people who you guys would consider them edgelords. Okay, it was a shit post. It was a shit posting Discord server where people would go there for blood sports and anything was allowed. It was no rules. You could say whatever you want. It was free speech all day, every day. So you could say slurs and everything. That's what the server was for. I was in there for the blood sports, and I had some friends who were in there. Zeno was in there for the same similar reason. And this was 2 years ago. Again, years old stuff. People have changed. People have grown.
Yeah.
And that's where it was, and that's why I defended him, because I said, listen, we've all been we've all said some stupid shit that's pissed people off, some offensive shit. You know, we just learn from that and grow from it. And that's when I defended him and said he's not a racist. He's just he's just used to this atmosphere, and for some reason he thought it was smart to bring it into other people's Discord servers. That's all.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, and Max, the entire diatribe rant from the other night, kind of, I think, either misremembered or is lying about the reason he rage quit. The reason he rage quit that whole stream is because I literally said, so you're going to basically punish me for what other people say, and I didn't call it blackmail then because I was just so in the moment. But he said, I can't handle this anymore, because I was basically calling him out, being like, what are you doing here? And he just quit. To which Matt basically was like, that sounded a lot like blackmail to me. I didn't say anything yet. And Brian said, yeah, that didn't sound very good. And he basically was like, I need to calm Max down. And all this and that. So even Brian admitted that in that call that what Max did was wrong and he fucked up.
Yeah.
And we kind of slept at that, and I sat on it for a little bit, and I got angry about it because he basically tried to commit extortion and blackmail against me, and all I want is an apology, and he can't even admit that what he did, even though his friend is even saying, yes, that's what you kind of did. Whether you meant to or not, it's what you tried to do against him.
Yeah.
And all I would like is an apology.
Do you think he meant to? Or do you think it was just in a heated moment? You just said something dumb. You don't
Honestly, it's tough to say because,
Really?
to be honest,
Okay.
Perp, the reason I only am doubtful on that is because he supposedly was planning this for the whole day. Because he was contacting Matt early in the morning trying to get this event to happen. So he was planning on this and planning on what he was going to say. So
Yeah, but
I don't
sometimes you
know.
get heated, and I'm sure like it was mid-conversation. You said some things that were getting him.
No.
upset or something.
No. Like, Perp, I'm being truthfully honest here. I did not say a word until he finished. He was talking for about 5 to 10 minutes straight, and I did not say a word until he was finished, and then I decided to talk.
Yeah.
So I wanted him to say whatever he wanted to say. So I just let him.
Yeah.
And he said everything about what I supposedly did and what he would have to do about
RJ,
giving
pause
the
real
full,
quick.
Yeah.
Pause real quick. Sorry, because I'm getting the anger about the story. Again, I don't really care. If I'm not excusing it. Again, no one told him to go into other people's Discord servers and say stuff that he's used to saying in another Discord server. It wasn't an excuse. I was just saying, and the response of, is he a racist? Does he hate black people? The answer is no, he doesn't hate black people. He just said some ignorant ass shit. Again, if you guys don't like that or accept that, that's on you. I don't care. You guys don't come to my channel. I don't know who you are, nor do I care. If you're offended, be offended. I'm just telling you the story and why things have happened and what kind of caused all this stupid bullshit that led up to this blackmail stuff. Because the issue you guys are pretty much ignoring is that aside, using that as leverage against somebody to get them to be silent is in my opinion, a little worse.
Yeah, I'm not condoning what Max did for sure.
No, and I don't think you are. Like I said, I'm done with it after now because like the only thing I ever wanted was just a simple apology. And he basically said he will never give me that, which is fine. I mean, I guess this is right. I think it's kind of shitty that
it's clearly not fine. You're doing a live stream about it.
Well, but I'm just, it's basically just being like, yep, I'm not getting the apology. He basically admitted what he did, but I'm never gonna get I'm sorry, and I can confidently just move on, focus on the future. That's what this is for. It's getting it all out and just being done with that.
Yeah.
Again, I just want to point out the big bad evil toxic Saggy told him not to do that and let it go, but nobody listens to me.
That's fine. He needed to get needed it. I get, it's always going to be a back and forth. I don't know. I kind of I don't know if you saw the whole stream from last night, RJ, but at one point I did just say, hey, dude, just apologize, do the thing. I didn't even know he didn't apologize because I felt like he did in the infamous stream, in a way. And I guess maybe I
No.
should rehear.
The only thing he ever said, as far as I'm aware.
No,
is that-
I mean, even if he did, he already, when I was telling him to do it again, I guess, just to do it, he was refusing then. So it doesn't matter, even if he did before, right?
Yeah.
Because he was, I guess, taking it away at that point. But yeah.
Yeah.
It's a sucky situation.
No, it's shitty. It's very shitty. And like I said, I was ready to this is the context that people need to understand too for this entire situation. I was already checked out and done. By Sunday evening, before I got contacted, I was already done, ready to move on. And then you pulled that shit. And that's what made it worse and dragged it out even further because Max could not stop and couldn't let it go. That's
kind
the
of like
shitty
I've
thing.
told you guys was gonna happen, and again, nobody. Again, this happened to me last year. I told you guys not to just let it go, let him do his little angry pity party streams, and just leave it alone.
Yeah, wow.
Well, I think the one thing that worries me is I know, it's what the people want, right? So as long as stuff like this doesn't get, I don't feel like it's settled as much as you guys say so, and you're gonna move on. It's like the fans will egg it on, right? They'll egg it on in a way, and
of course,
the
there's
words
always going to be
blackmail will
instigators.
continue.
Yeah.
Well, if
the
you
words
want,
blackmail will continue. The words, he supports doxers, he supports rape. That's gonna continue.
Well, here's
so
the
it's
thing.
I don't think it's over.
Hold on. Here's the thing.
Go ahead.
I will say this, and I did a stream, but I privated it because I know how Max is. I didn't want him to use it for content, but it was mostly to people who are watching this shit show. I made a statement, and I'll say it here because I know RJ will keep this up. If I see anyone in Max's chat mentioning my name, bringing drama, I'm going to ban you from my channel. I'm going to be not watching Max's streams, but I will be for the next couple of days going to his live streams, replays, and seeing the chat to see if you guys are going to be talking about this shit and egging it on, because I'm not going to allow you to come back to my channel. I don't want anyone to keep instigating, because the problem that happened last time, and I've said this to Max too, is Max has too many people that like to instigate these things, and I'm done. And when I say I'm done, I'm saying if I see it happen, don't bring it to my chat. Don't come to my chat and say, hey, Saggy, did you hear Max say something about you? I will block you. Don't go to his chat and mention my name at all. I will block you. Simple as that. And that's it. That's where I'm saying I'm done. No, Saggy's not anti-drama. I'm a drama channel. Personal drama I don't do. I don't know who you people are and why you guys are trying to run your mouths, because I know you're enjoying all this, and that's fine. Have at it. Chances are you guys are probably already blocked from my channel. So I'm just saying, I'm done. I'm not going to drag this on my channel. I'm only here for moral support for RJ. Pretty much. I'm sitting here playing friggin' one of those little games where you match the colors and shit. So I'm going to go back to being muted.
Well, I'll finish playing Max's stream real quick, just to get that over with.
I'm gonna just get going and let you finish. Just wanted to.
Yeah, no. I mean, if there's
I
anything
had
you want to
some-
ask or say, I mean, you're more than welcome to. I don't want to push you away. Or
I think
anything.
there's one thing. I mean, I will keep names completely out of this, but I think it was said at one point that Max was saying that people were talking about, whether it's true or not, I'm just saying, people were talking in other people's channels about Max harvesting a community with doxers and racism.
But it wasn't us.
I
It
don't
wasn't
care.
anyone.
It doesn't matter. I'm not going to say anything. I do have receipts about that. That was happening. I'm not going to say any names or anything.
No,
but-
why? See, this is the problem. Say names. Why are you afraid to say names? If you're going to make an accusation,
Saggy,
then you have to
Saggy,
say names.
You don't. No, I'm not going to. But that was happening, and whether you're making a point about Zeno, whether what he did or whatever was really wrong. I didn't know about the hard R thing that he just goes and does that. Seems like an edgelord Call of Duty lobby thing, but whatever, that's still wrong. But yeah, it doesn't matter. But I know that was happening.
Okay, but was
I
it
just
any of
wanna
us? Was it me?
Doesn't matter.
Was it me?
Doesn't matter.
I mean, I
You
want
can't
to.
hold on, wait, Audrey, shut the fuck up. So you can't even
I'm not
say it
gonna
was
say
me?
names. I'm not gonna say
But
names.
I'm
Oh,
right here.
bro.
You could say my name. Was it me?
I'm not gonna say
Did
names.
I say that RJ? Did I say that
I'm not
Zeno was a
gonna say
racist?
names. I'm not gonna say names.
I hate when people do this. Why do you
I'm
guys
so- I
make
know it sucks.
accusations and you
It
don't
sucks
say
because
shit?
because then it starts more drama. And I'm telling you, it's gonna start more drama. Trust me. Okay. I'm
Okay,
not
but
saying
but
names.
all I'm asking you is, was it me? Did I say
could,
that?
you know, no. It was not you. No.
That's all I'm asking.
Sorry.
That's all I
Oh,
asked
my
for.
bad,
That's
my
all I
bad.
was
I thought you said
asking
it was you.
for.
Sorry. My bad.
That's why I'm like, bro, I'm asking, did you see me say that? That's
I'm
what
sorry.
I was asking.
I completely misinterpreted what you were asking.
That's what I was saying.
Sorry.
Just tell me if it was me.
Okay. No, it wasn't. It was. I
Okay,
didn't-
so that's what I'm saying though.
Okay.
I wasn't doing it, and if other people are doing it, fine. But like when he's saying, "RJ, tell your friends to stop," I'm one of his friends, and and he was bringing me into this, okay, because he was saying, "Well, Zeno told me what Saggy and you guys said in her Discord," and it's like, what did I didn't call him a racist? I wasn't calling him a racist. I was the only one not calling him a racist when that happened. So why am I getting dragged into it? Is what I'm asking. Because clearly you've been told things. So I'm asking.
I haven't been
you.
told anything. I just been paying attention. That's it.
Okay, so then since you've been paying attention, what did I do?
I'm not getting into it right now.
No, what did I do? I want to know
Dude,
what
I'm
did
not
I
gonna
do?
get into it right now. I'm not gonna get into it right now because I want to get past it, and I think you've been awesome ever since we fought. You've played it awesome. Like let's just that's it, right? We're trying to move on.
I mean, yeah, but I still like to know why he's still
But
going.
we'll talk offline so we don't no, I'm not gonna get into it. We already did the thing. We did the thing.
They did the thing.
did it,
Listen,
all right?
this
We're
is
done.
why you need to be on here with the Raptor. I don't yell at you more like most when you have the. I can't yell at the Raptor, man. I can't do it.
Yeah. No, but
It's
I
like
think
I-
this is kind of serious, so it's like, well, I'll mess around every once in a while, but
Listen,
and it
sometimes-
sucks, and it really sucks because I am a fan of all channels, all peoples. And I don't think it's over. As much as you guys say it, RJ, you're known. You're the meme. That's your meme, right? Done. You're done. Da da da. And then it's not done. But
RJ retired like five. Oh, RJ
Well,
almost retired.
that's-
as much
how about this, Perp? I will
as-
clarify. I think it's done from our side.
okay.
That's I sincerely.
I don't think it's
hope
done
so.
from your side. You guys have no chill. I've
Yeah,
literally
you
spent.
can't control your friends, bro.
Yeah,
right?
I've literally spent the last couple days streaming about not Max. And Thomas, who are you guys? Again, see, this is a problem. Everyone likes to say you guys, you guys. Yes, I'm here for moral support. RJ, despite me telling him not to, is doing this. I can't control my friends, guys. But I'm here for moral support. I haven't talked about this on my channel in friggin' days. Since the last time
That is
I talked
true.
about it, I haven't talked
Yeah.
about it. So
Yeah, that's
so
why I
what-
said I was like, you've been awesome ever since. Like in terms of like when you say you're gonna drop something, I'm gonna believe you from now on because we've had this interaction.
yeah, I usually do. I'm only here because
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
When I came on here, see, I don't know what point you came on, but as soon as I came on here, I said, RJ, you know what I'm going to tell you, right? And he's like, yeah. I was like, I told you not to do this. I told him, don't do it. Let it die. Just let it go. But I'm the problem, little movie perp. I'm the toxic one, little movie perp, because I tell people not to do this stupid shit and they don't listen. But I'm the toxic one. I try to tell them, don't waste your time. Just let the cards fall where they fall.
Yeah, I understand why RJ needs to.
I just want an outlet
That's
to
why
say
the
my
back and forth
final
just-
word on this. Yeah.
and I'll
it's
let
gonna
you
be
have
back
that
and forth.
actually. So
It's
I'll
gonna be
get
back
going.
and forth.
Yeah, I think so. So everyone,
Yeah.
be nice in the war, the Civil War.
All right,
Civil
Thomas.
War.
The brother. That's your brother you're fighting over there. All right.
All right,
Think
Thomas.
about
You
me.
can get
Think about the
banned
perp.
now. Bye, Thomas.
The RJ can't do anything without Mama Saggy and Daddy Jarbo, even though RJ literally doesn't listen to us. But okay, Thomas, you keep sucking dick of YouTube content creators that you think actually give a
And
shit
again,
about you.
Purple Lord, if you think that, you can get out too. Bye bye.
Yeah, these
Bye-bye.
people are like y'all are just trolls. Go
You know
back,
what
go back over to Max, dude. We don't care. Leave it alone.
I've been trying to get Max to implement, like, look, if you do this thing, if you're in my community and you're out bothering other communities or whatever, that other community, take a screen cap of that, bring it to me, and I'll ban them.
Okay,
You know,
little
stuff
movie
like
perp.
that. I think that.
Little movie perp.
Don't even try
No,
that.
don't try.
even
That's
try
that.
that.
Really?
That was literally what we tried to do. That
Okay.
is literally what we've tried
Max
to do.
Max will
and
never do
He
that.
will not. That's why this is
If
starting.
you show
because
him
that.
the evidence, like,
No.
all right, well, that's my breaking point.
Yeah, no.
like
Purple.
evidence. If you're showing evidence that someone's being bad somewhere, well, I guess it would also the context. I don't know.
No,
like, whatever. I'm not saying I don't
Max's
believe you, but I
philosophy
don't know.
is if it doesn't happen on his channel, he doesn't do it. So, because
Then he might have to.
Yeah,
change that.
that's literally what that was why we fought last year, because I literally showed him the moments that Zeno would badmouth me, badmouth RJ, badmouth him in Sil Abdul's chat, and I'm like, why are you like okay with him talking shit about us, then coming into your chat being all buddy buddy? That seems a little two-faced. And he's like, well, he can have his criticisms. Like, that's not criticism. That's literally somebody talking shit behind your back. Well, how's it behind back when it's public? I'm like, because I guarantee you he doesn't expect us to watch Sil Abdul. You know, and he talks all this crap, and we showed him it, and he'd just make excuses. So we just gave up. We're like, all right, if Max thinks it's criticism, that's fine. Like, and that's when I said, okay, well, I'm just not going to be on your channel anymore. And God forbid I said that last year, and he made a huge stink about it, like he was doing. Oh, Saggy's trying to cancel me because I said I didn't want to be on your channel anymore. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what we were trying to say is like Max is not an awful person, but sometimes he's just a friggin' bad friend, and that's it. He's just a bad friend. And if you try to leave him, he considers that personal, and it's canceling him. That's all. That is all this was all about. Is that we try to cancel him because we don't want to be his friend anymore.
No, Saggy, you need to reword that because that's not you leaving. It's just you simply saying, I don't want to be a panelist on your shows anymore. Or
yeah,
like,
that was the thing too. I never said I didn't want to be his friend last year. I just said I didn't want to be a panelist because I didn't feel like anyone wanted me there, and I didn't want to be where I wasn't wanted. And he was like, "Oh, you just can't take criticism." I was like, "Okay, that's what it is. That's what it is. I just can't take criticism."
Well, Bianca's here saying not true. It would happen on his channel too, and we talked about it, and he does nothing. Well, that's the case. I have not been paying attention.
What do you mean?
I would assume in terms of like people doing something bad, he won't ban them.
He won't ban them?
No, like if somebody came in the chat and said something like awful, like a personal attack on a panelist, and we time them out
with receipts.
No, I'm saying like I'm saying in the chat, in his chat, Little Movie Purple, like somebody would come in and say something personal, like attacking Matt Jarbo's children, and like we time him out, and then Max would be like, "Oh, don't time out channel members," and we're like, "He just literally said something about Jarbo's kid, like that wasn't okay." And he's like, "Yeah, I know, but like, you know, Matt pokes bears, and that, you know, he knows what he's doing." I'm like, so it's okay for people to make personal attacks on Matt Jarbo.
Is that a real example or is that a hypothetical?
That is a little. That's a literal example. Yes,
okay.
That is a literal example. It's happened in the past. If you go back to some of Max's old streams, you might be able to find it because it happened a lot where people would make personal attacks and like Max would do nothing. Yeah. And he tells us not to time people out because they're channel members.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people that literally could tell you, even from old and new, who have seen it happen.
Yeah, he gives warnings. That's about it.
Yeah, he'll be like, "Oh, warning." It's like, why are you giving these people a warning? They're literally making personal attacks on your friends and panelists, and you're just like, "Yeah, but they're channel members." Like, bro, what do you mean? Like, that's why I said that he cares more about his YouTube and money over his friends, because we would be on his panels and people would make personal attacks, and he would just. And I gave him a little bit of leeway because I know that it's hard for him to look at the chat and run the stream. Sometimes he slacks at that, but it's like when we point it out to him, it's always like an excuse because he doesn't want to ban people. And like, I get it, but if somebody's attacking your friends and panelists, and making personal attacks, like that's not.
That's right, Patrick. I forget. Didn't figure drawing like go at Matt being like, "Oh, you're some dad having your kid in the car while you're doing deliveries." Wasn't that figure drawing?
Yeah, it was.
And then Max didn't do shit.
Boo. I disavow that. I don't condone that.
But that's what we like I said, that's why I got mad at you, because I'm like, there's so much stuff that we've kind of just let slide for a while.
I didn't like I didn't like the kickoff, honestly. I didn't like what kicked off this thing, you know, and I'm not saying you guys, and I kept saying
no, and that's fair. That's fair. I think that the whole Skywalker thing, I don't know why that became because let's be fair, Perp, and I think you kind of probably have garnered this being outside looking in. I think we really should have just like called it quits months ago. But none of us
I should have called it quits last year.
But it's just like none of us had the guts to do it because we were trying to make it work still as friends.
So
that just became an inciting incident because a lot of us can't stand that dude. whatsoever.
Well, no, I legit will say it's not that. It's more like when we decide to not be his friend anymore, and we're upset with him, he will make this a huge issue, and then everybody like, oh, we get guilt tripped and we get blamed for stuff, and it's all our faults and we're toxic, and he needs to cut the toxicity out of his life, and then we'd feel bad, and then he'll talk about his mental health, and we all go back, you know, because we're like, oh, we don't want Max to have a mental health issue or crisis, and we want to like work things out and patch things up, but.
Well, and like I said, Max is not a bad person, because I don't think he's a bad person at all, because he did at one point a lot to support me. I mean, let's be fair here. Like, paying for that StreamYard for all those content creators is a lot of money, a lot of financial investment that he was willing to give to me to support me. I will always be forever thankful for that. That's something very kind that he did to help get, especially as a non-monetized channel, for me to get on my feet, you know?
Yeah.
So, and that's why a lot of this is just so
I
heartbreaking.
paid for my own shit, you broke bums.
If
You guys are
actually, no, that's not
mooches.
true. That's not true.
That's all you are.
No, that's not true, Saggy, because who gives you Disney Plus?
Oh wait, who's Disney?
Why
Hold on,
you
wait.
watching
No.
How you watching Mando?
Silence.
Wait, hold on,
How did
pause.
you know what happened to Mando?
Oh, because I had to pay for it because somebody went to sleep and his login didn't work, so I had to pay for it myself, bitch.
Whose fault was that? Because you
yours, because you're I found it. First of all, I found it in our DMs and it still didn't work. So
you probably didn't type it right.
No, it's autosave, bitch. It's autosave. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Either way, I pay for my own.
Either way, you still mooched off me for months, so it's okay.
Yeah, well, we all told you too back then that the Mad Max network thing was not a good idea, and you're like, no, but I want to get that. It's gonna be a good deal. We're gonna give it a try.
It was.
It might be. You never know. That's like, I was actually gonna ask you, RJ, if Max were to apologize, and you felt it was sincere, would and you give it time, of course, or whatever. Would you think there's a bridge still there?
That's a very loaded question, because at this point I feel like it's been burnt too much. I feel like you have to rebuild an entire new bridge at this point.
Well, not a concrete.
Yeah, because the foundations before were already rocky. This is my personal opinion. I think you would need to also apologize to Enosh as well, personally. And I also, I can't trust that Max is not going to do something stupid and start platforming people who really don't deserve a platform. That's kind of my thing. It just,
yeah, but who gets to determine that, RJ? I mean, let's be real.
That's true too. I mean, I don't know.
To me, I'm actually like kind of creatively disappointed in you guys. If I would have found out, like if I would have really, because I don't know Ski Walk or anything, I make some memes, but if I would have disliked this guy, and I would have found out my friend is hosting him, I would have been like, bro, come on, let's ask some questions. We're gonna party in the chat. It would have been a field day. It's like, instead of you like, I don't know.
No, Perp. The only way that would have been entertaining or worked whatsoever is if he brought us on. And Skywalker will never allow that to happen, because they do not want to engage with us on a live stream.
But even negotiations would have been hilarious. I would have loved to see it. It's like, okay, we're not going to bring RJ on, but would you accept a video like from him?
Oh, video questions and then
Jarbo's back.
But there's the thing is, like, we knew that our Max wanted to question Skywalker on the stuff, the accusations that Enosh was saying, and we're like, obviously he's not going to tell you the truth. You know, so what would be the point of that?
The problem is that Max isn't asked.
Have fun with it. Yeah.
Well, I think the other issue is that Max doesn't really ask the hard questions either. Now, Perk, you did suggest though, like maybe we could have sent in questions to ask, but I don't trust they would have been answered or asked earnestly.
I paid money to have a question asked, and they did not answer the question.
What was your question? What was your question?
My question was, I asked Skywalker, how would you feel about James Gunn overseeing Zack Snyder's Justice League 2? And then what was it? Leon went off on some weird, completely unrelated tangent and wouldn't let Skywalker answer. And then I pressed it, and they're like, "No, I answered." Like, you didn't. But whatever.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Well, no,
Yeah.
because Perp
Oh,
was
You
asking.
just said directed by Joss Whedon too at the end of that.
By the way,
How
hold
do
on,
you feel
Mark,
about James
I was
Gunn's
waiting-
Zack Snyder's?
I was
Justice
waiting on
League
this
directed
one.
by Joss
I was waiting on this one to address it, but Marcus saying you all want clout from this drama. No offense to RJ, but like RJ has a
Oh,
bigger
movie fan.
channel that he could have done this on that has more eyes on it. I haven't talked about it on my channel in days. I talked about it today and privated it just to let everyone know they need to stop and knock the shit off. And nobody listens to me, so I don't know why I wasted my time, but I wanted to make it clear that I had no involvement in anything. So, and I also was saying like Max is going behind the scenes talking to our mutuals, and it's like, please just if you, I don't
She's
care if you
accusing
want,
us of doing to him, which
right?
Is odd.
And I'm sitting there like, I don't care if he talks to the mutuals, I have no issues with that, but like trying to convince them to distance themselves from me is just not okay, and that is what I'm hearing from our mutuals, that like Max reached out to me. It sounds like he's trying to like, you know, put distance between us, and you know, I just want you to know we're good. And I was like, I don't care. I haven't contacted anyone. People contact me, they ask what's going on with Max, I tell them what happened, and I leave it at that. And I don't say anything crazy. I'm like, this is just what happened on my end and my involvement in it, why I'm the one that's in trouble for some reason, and that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, I
No, no.
I got contacted by someone who was like, I believed Max at first until I watched your stream with Movie Perp, and then he's like, then I believed you because I'm just laying out everything in a level-headed way, you know. But people that are like trying to talk about like, you know, getting clout chasing on this, like, look, I don't want to be a dick. I
got nothing.
I don't want to be a dick, but like Max gets what 40, 50 people watching. You know, I mean, like Sadky gets about the same, RJ gets about the same. I get maybe upwards of double to triple that amount.
The most I've ever gotten is maybe like 60 to 70. You know, so
Yeah, I mean, when we were talking about Max the other night, I had 220 people watching. And you know, and people were curious at what the hell is going on. But this isn't really a clout thing, because if you're talking about clout or money, I didn't go up subs, I lost subs. And if you're talking about super chats, I didn't start making supers until the drama was over. My audience doesn't really throw down money for drama very often. Sometimes they do, depending on the subject. But they mostly don't care.
And if I'm clout chasing, I'm doing a horrible job because I only went up like 3 subs.
I mean, I don't have to clout chase on Max. I'm not trying to have an ego here, but I've accumulated enough clout on my own, and I actually have more clout than Max does. So
there's a reason why we call her the female tipster. So
well, Matt, can I ask you something? Because I never really got the chance to ask you this. Like, you seem to like have been really upset by the whole thing, and is it because of your past history, or like what? Because like
in part.
It's not to say that I'm not upset, but it seemed like you were even more upset than me at some points over this, and you really were going hard in the paint, trying to demand Max to admit what he did. And I was
exactly
as to why.
For one, I don't like being manipulated to be drug into that thing, because what I don't know if I've mentioned it earlier tonight, or if I even really mentioned it to you, but in my conversation with Max, where he was asking me to do him a personal favor to get you on that stream, to get you in that call, he was like, I want you there so you can also explain this to RJ. So, which I thought was weird, which is why I was, so he was wanting, yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was saying, like, what do you mean by that? Like, explain what?
Well, that's the thing, is he would not elaborate as to what it was. I'm like, well, what is it you want to talk about? No, just come on in. It'll be fine. We'll talk about it. I just want you there because you can like help explain this to RJ. And I'm like, hey, I don't know what that means. You know, again, I had thoughts that it was about the Xeno thing.
Yeah. So is that in reference to he wanted you to explain to me how I would get into trouble?
Yeah, I think what he wanted me to explain to you. The only inference I can now make from that, based upon the conversation, was he wanted me to explain to you how listening to him would have been the best thing for you. And I had the exact opposite reaction.
Has he ever done that
What's
before?
up?
Has he ever done that before?
Not like that. No, that's why it caught me off guard. Okay. That's why it caught me off guard. It's like I've known Max now for coming up on 3 years and everything else, or maybe a little. No, I've known him now for over 3 years. and I know he tries hard, and I know that's always been part of his personality and stuff, and he's the madman and whatever, and but it's like he's never gone like this hard in the paint over something. And I was like, when you have a person who is clearly having mental degradation, and like
He did say that he wasn't getting his medication or something like that in that stream, didn't he? Or he didn't have his medicine or
No,
something?
I think what he mentioned
What
that
did
he
he
had
say?
not been sleeping very well. I think was the big
yeah,
thing.
he'd
No,
had
but
like 2
I
hours
heard
of
something
sleep.
about medicine. I heard something about medicine or medication. I could have.
I have to
I'll
go back
recheck
and listen
that.
to it again,
Yeah.
but I do know
Okay.
that he is on medication, that he does drink while he is on medication. Now he says that he limits how much he drinks, but I have no way of confirming or denying that. But his wife will come down and make him a drink while he's streaming.
Okay.
And
he said
clearly
this
she
on
would.
stream, right?
Yes, he said
Yeah,
on
this is
stream.
on
He said
stream.
on
This is on stream.
Ooh. Okay.
This isn't like no. This is on stream. I'm not talking
Okay,
off stream shit. All right,
okay.
this is on stream stuff.
Okay.
So I'm curious then if his wife is out of town for a week and or a couple days, and he's like, I have the house to myself. Let's let's kind of just like Tom Cruise this shit, right? Whatever, all the right moves, or whatever movie that is with the white underwear. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that's all the
but
right moves.
All the right moves, okay. Yeah, nah. All right.
Yeah.
So but if he's drinking and he can't, and he's stressed out about everything, I understand that adding to it. What annoys the ever-loving piss out of me is that you've got Brian, who is just there holding his hand like a child. It's okay, bro. We're just going to go do our own thing. Never mind. I was going to retire like 8 times, but I got to come back into it because like whatever reason and shit. So Brian admitted it was blackmail. RJ, you know it. I know it. He knows it.
I know. He said that. Well, but Max said, because I'll play the clip here real quick. He says here that you intimidated him to say it was blackmail. So hold on. So I'll play it real quick. I think it's here. Hold on.
Who said, and I can't control what happens on other platforms. Trying to use your words against me. Okay? That's how we got here. You said I'm not going to say anything, but I can't control my friends. And I can't control what happens on other people's platforms, on not my platform. And that's where I said it goes for everyone. If everyone keeps talking about this, then I'm going to have to give the full context, and I'm going to have to tell the truth. So if I'm guilty of anything, it's to give you a heads up that if you keep talking about this, I'm going to have to tell the truth. Guilty as charged. I said I would have to tell the truth if you keep talking about it. And that's the only fucking thing I've been guilty of. That I would have to tell the truth after investigating, and it makes you look like an asshole too. So there you go. That's what I'm guilty of. Telling the fucking truth. That's what I'm guilty of. I said I don't want to talk about this on live streams. No one accepts that. You don't listen to me when I say this is stupid shit. And then you persist. And that is, yes, RJ, but you're a snarky little asshole, the way you said it. And if you don't see your own part in it, that's on you. And that's going to be, you know what? Now you're getting banned. Fuck off. Ban them. I have a witness too, asshole, Matt. I haven't had it. Tony, get the fuck out of here, little finger. We know exactly. This is why I'm not doing things behind the scenes anymore to try to resolve it. Because everything is skewed and fits a narrative. And you know what? That is the end of it. And I'm getting back to movie talk, and we're going to watch Picard. You intimidated my witness, asshole.
So there you go, right there. He says that Matt intimidated Brian to admit that it was blackmail, which is not
Right.
the case whatsoever, 'cause it was casual.
Yeah.
It was casual because Brian was like, "Yeah, it didn't sound too good." Like, dude, like what? Yeah. Like, how does Max even know it was intimidation if he wasn't even there because he rage quit earlier?
Unless he was in the back room, which he probably was, but
But it wasn't intimidation anyway, though. It's the
no,
thing.
it wasn't. I was like, okay. I mean, that sounds like blackmail. I was very casual about it, right? More like more of a jokey sort of thing, you know. But
Not a joke anymore.
it's not a joke anymore. And I told RJ after that stuff was over, that he need, you know, I'm like, just don't say nothing about it. Don't tell Saggy. I also told Max. Told Max, don't tell Saggy. You know. So.
Yeah, it is what it is at this point.
Well, it's very ridiculous. It's very, it's just what you've
No
got.
worries, Maggie. I appreciate you stopping by.
Oh, she had to bail.
Nice, Aggie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, how do I trying to think the best way to describe it? It's there's a terminology that is used on the internet that I cannot use here specifically.
Zeno can.
So it's fake. It's fake and lame. How about that, huh? It's fake and lame. We'll just call it that. It's just, you've got a guy who's, again, as I've stated repeatedly, all I want for Max is to just get off the internet, to chill out, and to just like stop, because he's just digging the hole worse. That's it.
Yeah.
And
I just wanted an apology. That's it.
Yeah.
And I'm never gonna get that, so now I know, and it's fine. But like, I think that the bare minimum I could have asked was just, "Hey, I'm sorry." I don't know why that's so hard for him to do, to admit any wrongdoing on his part, but it is what it is. I mean, I can't control that. All I can do is say, "Hey, things got kind of dicey. It is what it is. Just move on. Focus on my future. Let's let him do whatever he's gonna do." So,
Yeah.
I don't normally say things like this, but this is a situation where, you know, his wife needs to step in, flat out.
well, supposedly his wife stepped in to get you banned. That's what I heard. But I don't know.
She said, I heard the thing. She said ban everybody because obviously when he
Ban
told
them
his
all,
wife,
let God decide.
you basically, yeah, there you go. What's that? Anyway, I don't want to bring up a Seagal movie, but
Really?
well, that's a Seagal movie where like he's looking for a guy.
Just one Seagal, please, for the night.
You know, was it like because again, it was risky business, not all the right moves. I was getting literally DMs about that, getting it wrong. But there's also a Seagal movie where like a guy like ditches a puppy or hits a puppy or something, and he's got a truck that says like "kill them all" and like God sorted out. And then like at the end of the movie, like Seagal messes him up. I just forget which movie it is. It's classic Seagal.
If it had DMX, I know.
It's not. Is it? I don't think it's Exit Wounds.
Exit Wounds.
Exit Wounds is the shit though. That movie is great.
Yeah, great motorcycle chase.
Yeah, good. The huge cast of characters too. Great. Anyway, I gotta go pick up an order, but yeah, it's just, look, man. I understand, Perp. I understand you want to, like, you know, you told me you're a strong Max defender.
Yes.
I just think
when
it's
I say
like,
that, I do agree with you guys. In terms of, I think an apology, you know, is. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think you guys are asking for much in that sense.
no one's asking for anything other than just like, don't try to like threaten your friends, and then like,
yeah,
that's it. That's all it is.
Yeah.
You know, and other people are upset because, you know, you've got because now he's sucking up to the Snyder cultists, and they're going to come on in, they're going to get mod power, and there you go. I mean, I hope you enjoy Movie Madness Snyder Entertainment.
Well, I'm there, so I'm going to have a blast.
All
That's the way I
right.
see it.
There you go. It's gonna be like, you're gonna be like, but Batgirl, and then, you know, I'm just telling you, as soon as the anti-Batgirl content starts, because that's gonna happen.
That's the one that does it. Yeah, you're probably right.
As soon as that stuff happens, you're gonna be like, God damn it, Matt was right. But yeah, guys, I got a dip, so
Yeah, no, I appreciate you stopping by, man.
right.
I'm probably gonna start winding this thing down.
Yeah. And when I say I am a Max supporter, it's that I'm a fan, and I'm also acknowledging the wrong things he did. I think I'm sort of trying to help him out in my own way and trying to make it great for everyone, you know. So it's kind of important to me that I'm in there, you know. I have his ear, and I could talk to him about it. I don't know if I mentioned it before. If you watched the stream, I was saying to apologize, but at the same time, I also respect him and respect his show. So I'll never go overboard or say this or that. I do think a break would be nice, but if he doesn't want to, I'm not gonna shun him for that or anything like that. And also, I hope none of you guys cancel me with being associated with Max and being on that show.
No, listen. People can do whatever. Like, it's just with me. People can go on whatever they want to go on, do whatever they want to go on, but just don't expect me to be over there. You know, it's just, I don't care what other people do. I mean, it would be very hypocritical of me and very wrong of me to dictate what other people choose to do with their time. You know, go where you want to go, watch who you want to watch. You know, it's up to y'all. You know, I can only tell you my experience and why I'm not going to be associated with that anymore.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. And that's valid, man. It's your thing. You seem to, you were thinking hard. It seems like it's been boiling for a while, and you've been thinking about it.
By the way, I have no clue what Droga52 is saying in the chat. For some reason, he's not popping up whatsoever. So, I don't know.
All right, man. Can you make me one promise?
What's up?
All right, man. If Batgirl comes out by any stretch of miracle means, whatever, will you consider coming back for one show?
For what?
In the movie Madness, breaking the news.
I can consider it. Doesn't mean I'm going to get my light on, but I might do my own special show with that. But yeah,
of
sure.
Of course.
Sure.
I'm memeing. All right, man. Well, take care. I hope everything gets better, and I hope everyone gets what they want.
Yes. All right. See you, dude.
Later.
All right, folks. So that is pretty much it from me. Again, just kind of wrap my thoughts up on this is, Max is kind of coward. He's never going to admit he did anything wrong or apologize. And that's where we're at. Now it's time just to focus on the here and now, focus on the future, and we'll see what happens. I mean, like I said, it's a shame. It's a shame that somebody I called a friend did something this egregious towards me and would never admit what they did or apologize for it. But it's about what I expect from this person at this point. So I'm done with it after today, and we're just going to move on and look to a brighter future. We'll see what that future holds. But yeah, and everyone go check out Eddie's stream, Eddie's video. He's going to be dropping for sure. But yeah, I wish all of you guys the best. Again, I'm never going to make you choose a side. If you want to watch somebody, watch who you want to watch, do what you want to do. Just don't expect me to ever go back over there or to associate with that stuff, because it's just not going to be the way things go. It is what it is. But again, got some cool stuff in the works. Hopefully, I would like to do a Mandalorian review stream sometime next week. Hopefully, maybe do some more video game streams in the future. But we'll see what happens. But again, I thank y'all for taking the time to listen to this. Again, the final word. Bye, Max. Sorry you turned out to be such a bad person, I guess. I don't know. But again, that's it for me. We'll see what happens in the future. But much love to everyone. Make sure to go check out Eddie's stream. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.